Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Ball Knowledge Podcast. As always, I am your host, Usman, and joined again by MK and Islam.
The OGs.
Today, we're going to go through the Premier League fixtures for the weekend and predict them, and also the big transfer news, which we'll start off with. But if you have been living under a rock the past few days, you know that not the past few days, past few weeks, you know that it's been a crazy transfer window already. We've had Messi move from Barcelona to PSG. And now we have heard the news that Cristiano Ronaldo is on his way out of Juventus.
To
For the
United.
past few days, we thought it was going to be Manchester City until
Thank God for that.
Manchester United popped their head up. Ferguson, I believe it was, talked to Ronaldo this morning and convinced him to come the other way, and City pulled out of the race after hearing this.
Yeah, they
And
couldn't
now
handle
it's just
Ain't no way they'll compete with Fergie. If Fergie talks, then you listen. It's not. It's
You know what you're gonna send? Looking short of Joker.
she'll go.
Like
So, Sergio Aguero. That's
Richard
other
Dunn.
the biggest legend, someone that's currently crooked at Barca. There's such a wash club. But I knew that if I already had confidence that he wasn't going there. But then I can't lie to you. I'm pretty sure I think somebody was
yesterday, isn't it?
Yeah, right late.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, this ain't happening. I mean, like he's going to City. I was like, oh, I was about to say stuff that I was going to regret. So I was like, let me keep quiet too, because there might be a deal collapsed. Then I just kept faith that he might not go, and he actually came down the way. It's come to United. I thought he was match there at Juve. Coming to United is a huge move.
Apparently, the agreed fee is 15 million euros with 8 add-ons.
That's like 20 million pounds. That's a good deal. That's like 20 million pounds, isn't it?
23 million euros, which is how much it was to buy out his contract in the first place, I think.
I think the only problem is
We're
not going to get CR7. We'll probably get like CR23 because Cavani's not going to be willing to give away that number 7 share. Uruguayan fraud. Who do you think he is? Like, you have your big money signing in Sancho here, and this cheeky guy's like, no, I'm not giving up the numbers. You're a striker. Take the number 9. It's not like that Ford Marshall.
I can understand like not giving Sancho 7. I can understand not giving Sancho 7 because Sancho is still a young player forever. But this is Cristiano Ronaldo. In modern day era, everybody remembers Ronaldo. Yes, Beckham's too, but Ronaldo made that number 7 like, yep, it's now definitely the iconic shirt. Because he won a Ballon d'Or with it. I don't think anyone else won a Ballon d'Or. Who won a Ballon d'Or? Is Ronaldo the only player that's won Ballon d'Or at United?
Was it ages ago?
Maybe George Best might win it. Bobby Charles. Yeah, but that it's just something like that. Ronaldo, he has to get. He can't be wearing 28. Like, what's 28? Like, I can understand Messi.
Unless he takes 30.
But like that makes sense because Neymar is Neymar, isn't it? He's a superstar himself. Cavani's not no superstar. He's washed. He's never been a superstar. It's always been Neymar. It's always been Zlatan sideman, Neymar sideman. It's always been in PSG. The only time he wasn't a sideman was at Napoli and he won nothing. And even Uruguay is a sideman for Luis Suarez. He's been a sideman his whole career. So I'm not hearing this from Cavani. Also, he scored, I think, might have been less goals than Christian Benteke last season. Please get out. Please get out. I wasn't really convinced with Cavani until the last couple of months of the season. Then he kind of scored goals, but nah. I'm sorry. When you get less goals than Benteke, please get out. If not, give the shirt number to Ronaldo and then take another shirt because we're leaving. He's leaving. He's leaving.
You've also got Tony Marshall. You know, he's got Ballon d'Or clause. That might be one of the worst. He's got Ballon d'Or clause, man. Where he gets money if you win. He's got a Ballon d'Or clause.
He does it. But that's Loki smart from Woodward, though.
The one
he ain't paying that money. Monaco are going to be starving. He ain't paying that money. That was so stupid. Actually, to be fair, he was 19 years old when he left in it, so maybe.
He did win the Golden Boy, but.
Yes, he was destined towards world class, but he stalled heavily. Actually, he didn't stall, he went backwards. Because he was still scoring 17 goals a season. But nope, he's gone backwards. Which is why we need Ronaldo, because Martial's performance at Southampton was so worrying. He wasn't making any runs. He wasn't even linking up play. He wasn't even shoot. He didn't even shoot. Like, one thing I had an opportunity to shoot and he just passed backwards. I was like, yeah, we need to get Ronaldo, because by the time it's October, maybe Martial might kick up form. But if we're going to be in this title race, we need goals. We need goals now. And Ronaldo is guaranteed goals.
I'm not gonna lie, as much as I did say last episode, it would be really funny if City game. I also said, like, did I not say a year ago, I really want Ronaldo to go back to United?
Yeah, you
Just
did.
it'll be really cute. You know, the romance in football is dead, you know. At least that would be something that I can be like, you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
exactly.
The only thing
Apparently,
is, I feel like they're only getting him because City almost got him.
oh, yeah.
Because, like, they had the opportunity. Jorge Mendes was whoring himself out to every club, and he was just like, they were quiet, and then City were like in pole position, and then they went, oh crap. And it's like, why does it take you so long? This is your perfect signing. You're signing an old legend that everybody loves and potentially and is past his best. Now, Ronaldo being past his best is still, you know, a top 5 player in the world. But it's like the ideal signing for them. So I don't know why it took them so long.
Exactly. And people are forgetting that Ronaldo's outscored Lukaku in the same league, the worst team. He outscored Lukaku in the worst team in the same league. Like, what was this thing that he can't? Or this thing, and he was Juventus' top Champions League goal scorer, right? Since he's been there. Only Chiesa was the one that broke that little. Ronaldo's the only one that scored knockout goals. Frederic, the other season, Chiesa came in and scored like 2. But it just shows like Ronaldo's had already one player helped him in the offense. And that's poor. Like, Alexandro's dropped off of form. De Ligt keeps getting injured. Bonucci, that Euros, by the way, is different to what he's been playing this season. In the season, he's been terrible. But in the Euros, he's like come back to life again. But Bonucci was terrible in the season. De Ligt keeps getting injured. Like I said, Bentancur's not good enough. Ramsey's always injured. Like, Barla's rubbish. Like, Ronaldo obviously was going to leave. Like, it's stupid for him to stay anyways. But to Man City would have been criminal. Which is why I think maybe I knew Fergie was going to step in. Ain't no way Sir Alex Ferguson will allow him to go City. Not a chance. Pep getting his hands on him. Having a laugh.
Apparently, Juventus are looking to replace Ronaldo with Eden Hazard.
What?
What? I mean, that would kind of make sense.
With Eden Hazard?
In the sense that Real Madrid want money and PSG don't seem to be budging, so they can generate extra cash flow with Eden Hazard. Or maybe this was already happening and that's why Real Madrid can spend that much money, because they've got a deal where if Ronaldo goes then they'll ship off Hazard. I think Hazard hasn't started the season off too badly, so I think Real Madrid are in the win-win either way.
Aslam, let me interrupt you. Richard Mara just done the here we go for Ronaldo.
Is it?
Yeah, so it's done.
Wow.
Oh, that's so cute.
I think the medical's going to be on Sunday.
Oh, well, he's definitely failing that. I mean, Ronaldo doesn't take care of his body, does he? Disgusting.
That's crazy, man. It's not, no, that's crazy. It's actually happening. What? Literally last night we were speaking about De Bruyne, about crossing the ball to him, back post. I couldn't bear to see that sight. And even if Ronaldo joined, they'll still get empty seats in our ground. It's always been the case. Imagine him just doing that celebration with blue seats everywhere. You're having a laugh. I knew he was going to come back. But not come back to us. Just stay at Juve, maybe go Sporting. I was thinking, United was.
I didn't think there was going to be any chance he would have stayed at Juventus this summer.
To be fair, yeah, that's true, because that team is terrible. How can they struggle to get Locatelli? Like, come on, he's from Sassuolo. Like, who the hell is Sassuolo?
Ages to get that done.
Sassuolo was good. It's just their manager's gone now.
Exactly. They're
He
terrible.
went to flipping Turkey for some reason. He's odd. And that guy's just an odd guy. He went from Italy and he was starting the revolution, because a lot of the Italian managers nowadays are very forward thinking. Like they've moved away from their very, boring style, and now they're actually very tactically astute. It might be the place for tactical innovations in football now, but why is he going Turkey? That pissed me off. That really annoyed me. I really liked Sassuolo as well. Piss taker. Either way, as much as Ronaldo is a big signing, the other one is.
I'm on Twitter right now.
And, you know, these guys get their fairy tale. I don't get no fairy tale.
Stevie G is back manager then. Why not? Stevie G.
I honestly, this whole transfer window, other than the very start when we signed Konate, has been so depressing.
Can we touch on Liverpool a bit? Just a little bit.
No, I'm going to. Sorry. I'm done playing, right? This is bullcrap. Right, I'm so annoyed with this transfer window, right? Because this whole time I've been hearing from all these in the know accounts, don't worry, Liverpool are making moves, right? So here's a timeline. We weren't going to get Champions League football in like March. That's what everyone thought, right? And FSG said, oh, don't worry, we will back him if he doesn't, right? So I said, fair enough. At least we'll get money then. Comes to, you know, May, we get Champions League football. So now you're thinking, right, so if he's getting backed when we're getting Champions League football, imagine what they'll do if he does, right?
Can I talk to you again? United just announced it.
That was quick.
Can you see that?
Wow.
Fudge, man, you did this so quick. It took time for like 4 months.
But wait, hold a second. This is a terrible announcement.
You shouldn't have done. You did that. You did the same thing with Sancho and Varane, innit?
What's wrong with this club, man? They usually took time, to just announce that. I'm like, that's. I was happy with that. Now they just announce the players like they bloody signed Dan James or something. We're not signing we're not signing Tom Heaton. We're bloody signing Ronaldo. You're just writing welcome home. Oh, man, okay, 11-year-old could do that. That's easy. Yeah, more creativity, man. They even saw the creative department too.
Yeah, and you got signing. We were.
No. This is the type of signing you don't rush it. You don't rush these signings.
We were told when we signed Konate that this wasn't going to be the only bit of business that Liverpool do in the transfer window. Time and time again, we were told, oh no, don't worry, Liverpool definitely aren't done in this transfer window. All we've done is offload Shaqiri and give new contracts to people. We haven't signed anyone new other than Konate, and even then, he's not really doing anything.
Yeah, he's not playing, and I don't mind that because obviously none of our signings are like none of our signings always come in. Robertson took like 2 months.
Yeah.
Fabinho took 2 months, and it's like fair enough. I don't mind that. We've sold players as well. It's not like because as everyone knows, we're a sell to buy club. So like this whole time, everyone had this promise: if we sell players and generate cash flow, we're sorted. Right? We generate like 40, 50 million like cash flow now. We've got nothing. Like everyone's struggling. Chelsea had the same model really. They're selling to buy and they've generated 100 and they bought Lukaku and they're looking to get Koundé in. United have signed 3 players now. Ronaldo, Varane, Sancho, and Tom Heaton actually. Flipping out. City got Grealish. At least they got flipping Grealish. They tried to get other people, but they bottled it as always. Even Arsenal spent 130 million. We've been in the top 3 for revenue for the last 4 or 5 years. What are they doing? And this idea that our squad, we have squad depth. Yeah, we have decent squad depth. Our right back position, Nico Williams is awful. He's awful. I don't care. He's awful. He's
like a silicast, right?
And then Joe Gomez, flipping out. He's our supposed backup right back now. Joe Gomez, who's also centre back depth, by the way. Our centre back depth looks alright. Left back, Simicast and Robertson can hold it down.
Hold on a second. That's the best in Europe. Best in the world. Centre back depth. Matip, Gomez, Van Dijk, and Konate. Oh, and you're also forgetting your last 10 games of the season. Go. Nathan Phillips. Yeah,
our centre back depth is fine. Actually, look at our keeper. Look at our keeper. The drop off between Alisson and then I'm not even talking about our third keeper. He doesn't deserve him. He needs to get out the club. He's bloody awful.
I was so pissed off when we gave him a new contract.
Yeah,
that's not the business I want to see.
In the club by who? None of us fans like him. He's awful.
I'll be back quick.
Flipping. Who else is there? Kelleher, he's all right. Midfield, I don't mind our options. It's up front that I'm annoyed. We've got Divock friggin' Origi still. He's living off of 3 years ago, bro.
We haven't even. Okay, so it's like every single position on the pitch. It seems like James Milner is the depth that we have. Okay, right wing. It's like it goes from Salah to Oxlade-Chamberlain. But now we got Harvey Elliott. But again,
He's
we
16.
need better depth. We
Well,
do
like,
Origi's
he's like
fucking
18, like-
shit.
Yeah.
We got Jota, but then he's starting ahead of Firmino now. At left wing is Jota again.
Oh, yeah. And the Klopp doesn't like Minamino, clearly, for some reason. You know, I like him. He's a beautiful man. He deserves some playing time. But Origi, man, like we're losing Salah and Mane for AFCON, and our replacements then will be Origi, what's it called, Minamino, and Firmino, which is worrying because that's a major drop off.
I think it's only 2 games though now.
Yeah, but still, I mean, that's counting on the fact that, you know, these lot will be gone for just like the group stages. What if they go far, which Egypt and Senegal probably will?
Yeah.
I mean, Jota will still be there to carry the load, but
I searched up, right, what FSG said before the transfer window. And it was Liverpool aren't going. This isn't the only piece of business that Liverpool will do this window, right? And then I checked again, because that was before the transfer window. I checked at the end of July, and they said no. 2022 is our big one.
oh yeah, the next year has always been our big one.
Yeah, it's
won
every
the
single year
Champions
we
League,
had no
signed no
next
one.
year, no next year.
Yeah, we won the Champions League, signed no one. We won the league, signed Thiago, which was good, but he's injury prone, kind of. And then we signed Jota, which was a good signing, but that's still, what, 70 million? So but we won the Champions League, then the Premier League, and we spent 70. United have won piss all and spent 100. And yeah, I get it. They earned the most in the league, blah, blah. It still doesn't excuse the fact that we've been earning a lot and we don't spend. And yes, I know there's other clubs in worse positions, but I'm allowed to complain.
Yeah,
We've still got basically the same squad that we had like 2 years ago.
we do have the same squad that
Exactly.
we had the
got some
exact same squad
improvement.
that we won the bloody Champions League with, minus Wijnaldum.
Yeah, who I didn't like, so I'm happy we got rid of him. Except he does stay fit. That's the only good thing about him, that he was fit. But he played so badly, I didn't care if he was fit. He was just bad.
Speaking of the Champions League,
The draw came out.
the draw was yesterday.
I'm so depressed.
It's a really tough group for us.
I think we'll come out top, but it's going to be so boring. Like, I don't like Atletico. They're so boring. Like, everyone will look back as revenge, blah, blah. No, it's not about revenge. I actually want to be entertained. They're boring. They'll just sit with 11 at the back. Porto, that's the exact same way they got so far in the Champions League. And then, who's the other one we have?
AC Milan. That's an exciting one.
Fun. That will be fun. That's why I was happy we got them. But
people on Twitter were like, "Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Liverpool, regardless of who they got in the group, it's the good vibes one. We won the Champions League in Atletico. Every time we faced Porto, we beat them and get to the final. And then AC Milan, great memories of 2005.
Yeah. It's the ultimate, you know. Don't worry. Like, you see them people that are like, oh, don't worry. This all happened in the year. And so this will mean that we are winning the Champions League or whatever it is. Yeah.
That's what I go through that every single bloody year.
Yeah. I've never got that. But it's fun to speculate about silly stuff like that.
Yeah. What did you think? City have quite a hard group.
Yeah, but they'll get through because they always get through. They deserve it as well. After like 4 or 5 years of Shakhtar Donetsk, flipping Atalanta, who are good, but you know, City, they play into City's hands. Borussia Mönchengladbach. I'm happy they got someone good again. Because they used to get really hard groups. Now UEFA realized, hey, these lot beat us in, court. Let's actually do a job on them for once.
Yeah.
Stupid guys.
Group C. Okay, so let's go through the groups. Group A: Man City, PSG, RB Leipzig, and Club Brugge. Group B: Atletico, Liverpool, Porto, AC Milan. Group C: Sporting Lisbon, Dortmund, Ajax, Besiktas. I mean, I'm assuming Dortmund are going to be the ones that come out of that top, but it still seems like quite a tight group.
Yeah, especially because
Dortmund never make it. No one's going to leave Haaland leaves.
No, I don't think.
I don't think he'll leave. It's
you already said that he doesn't rate the French league.
You would think he won't leave, but now it's just got announced. Wait a second. Now it's got announced today at 5 p.m. Yesterday he was about to go City. Haaland's going PSG. Screw it. The man's all up in hype. Haaland's going PSG. Because imagine this is 3 balls.
Group D is an interesting one. The exact same 3 were in the same group last year. Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Sheriff.
Well, we might see Mbappe's Champions League debut, maybe. So I'm saying Real Madrid at the top of that group. Easy. It's easy to be Real Madrid Inter Milan. It's no, even though last time Shakhtar wouldn't beat them in it.
Yeah, I think with Mbappe and Ancelotti, because Ancelotti's actually incorporating Gareth Bale back in.
Yeah.
He likes Gareth Bale, yeah. It makes sense because Gareth Bale's actually a good player. He's better than Rodrigo and Vinicius. I don't know what Zidane has an agenda against him. You can clearly tell, which makes no sense because Zidane's best moments as a manager has been with Ronaldo with Bale. Sorry, that bicycle kick against Liverpool. That's what made the Champions League go all the time with Gareth Bale. So why would Gareth Bale be frozen out for Rodrigo and Vinicius? Carlo Ancelotti's doing what everybody here would do. That's why I'm not calling it. That's why I'm not gassing him up. I need to see proper style of play from Real Madrid because last season they were kind of iffy on the ball. Especially at semi-final against Chelsea, they looked clueless. Against you lot, they looked all right.
The La Liga is so boring though. I'm not going to sit there and watch a Real Madrid game.
Yeah, you're right. Only Mbappe may be with your viewers.
I mean, with Carlo, Carlo's very pragmatic as well.
Exactly. I'm not the biggest fan of Carlo Ancelotti. He's a still elite manager, but I ain't too with this Ancelotti propaganda for him playing Bale. I would do the same thing if I had Vinicius as my other option. But yeah, with the group, you expect Real Madrid and Inter Milan to go through.
Group E: Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Benfica, and Dynamo Kiev.
Well, Bayern will pipe
in that
Barcelona.
Order, in that exact order you just said it. That's the order. Yeah. Barcelona will win. Barcelona could beat Bayern Munich in a one-off random game.
I don't believe they could. They're bloody awful.
Barcelona need to step away from their old tiki-taka things. They don't have the borders to do it. Go and counter-attack. Use your pace. Ansu Fati, Memphis, Dembele, Griezmann. Counter-attack. Because Bayern Munich leave a lot of space in behind. There's no point of doing this tippy-tappy stuff with De Jong, and even though De Jong can do it, but it's just Bayern Munich have better players in the midfield. So why would you want to go toe-to-toe with a better team? Barcelona
flicking now, it seems.
They've got a they've got an ego complex that they can't control their egos, Barcelona. They don't understand they're not like a team anymore, but they'll build towards that. So they need to start playing with a counter-attack style play, then build towards what Barca used to be.
I think people need to, reevaluate how they see Barcelona now.
Exactly. That's my thing. Because they're talking like Barcelona is still the team of before. They won't be the team of before until they get the players.
Even before that, they were they used to be, they were the record holders of basically the equivalent of the Europa League.
Yeah.
They won one Champions League before. I know they won a load of Copa del Rey's, La Ligas, but Real Madrid have always been that team. And the only time they weren't that team were Pep and Messi, really. So people need to just change. Because even now, Barca, they're a very counter-attacking team, which might work in their favour with Bayern Munich, but they're not the same. We've got a bunch of posers on their side.
Definitely not. But even though they rely on a lot of Memphis, and Memphis is not really a goal scorer like that. He still scores goals, but he ain't a 20 man. He could be 20 man. I might be wrong, but he's never usually a 20 man a season, Memphis. But you still expect them to go through this group, surely. So
Group F. Villarreal, Man United, Atalanta, and Young Boys.
I'm pretty sure, I'm convinced UEFA did one of the little stories. So they did Villarreal United match. We'll beat them one of the legs, surely.
I think Villarreal are going to drop into the Europa League.
You think they'll be
I think they
third?
want to. It's Unai Emery. Of course they want to.
But
He's
who's else in the group? Who's else in the group?
Atalanta and Young Boys.
Atalanta
will be fun because they adjusted to us after we piped them,
Yeah.
which was quite interesting to watch, even though we,
Would they do the same to us? Would they
Um,
go highlight against United, even though it's kind of stupid to do it?
I mean, they've got a decent team. I like their team.
Yeah.
They've
They
got,
lost Cristiano Romero.
yeah,
That's huge. That's the best centre back. That's the centre back of the season last year. So, and they haven't replaced him like that too. I don't see the. I heard they might get Botman, but that's not happening yet. So they haven't really signed anybody to replace Romero. So I'm not really worried about Atalanta, but they could do something to Villarreal, but we should beat them. They're really tailor made for us. Whilst Villarreal, they haven't got the pace to counter attack, especially when they haven't got that. What's his name? Is it Chukwueze?
Yeah.
Whatever his name is, and also Dan Juma. Actually, wait a minute, Villarreal do have pace now. Just signed Dan Juma, innit, from Bournemouth.
Yeah.
You know what? They could counter attack. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Villarreal might have to go through to knockout stages. I think Atalanta will drop in Europe. You on mute?
Group G.
How's you on mute?
oh, whoopsie.
Group G. Lille, who haven't had the best start to the season. Sevilla, Salzburg, and Wolfsburg.
What a terrible group. That for me. Who's Sevilla in there?
Yeah.
They should be top.
I think Salzburg will go through as well.
I think Salzburg will be. No, they don't have the players like that. They lost Paston Daka.
Yeah, but they're still a good side. Or they're a more cohesive unit.
And Lille have been pretty shit this season.
Wolfsburg might be surprise packages, but I'm going to rely on, support.
I don't think they'll do well with that Salzburg. I'm going to give it to Lille just about.
Wow.
Because
maybe they'll improve.
And also, no subbers like
4-0 to Nice, though.
Who?
Lille. They just lost 4-0 to Nice, didn't they? Like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And drew with St. Etienne at the weekend.
Salzburg going through. That's lost 4-0 to Nice. No.
The season have gone. They beat PSG in their Community Shield equivalent. Then drew 3-3 with Metz, lost 4-0 to Nice, and drew 1-1 with St. Etienne.
Shaky start. Looks like I had a positive start with PSG win.
That's the highlight of their season.
Yeah.
It's the only good thing.
They lost Samaria. Who else did they lose?
They lost pretty much all their team and their manager as well.
The manager's gone.
Yeah.
They'll finish it fourth. When they leave and they get errors taken off them, they finish fourth.
From second to fourth.
Yeah. That doesn't give you context. I actually thought Lille really kept all their players apart from Samaria. But they lost all that. And they might lose Ronaldo Sanchez before that day. Yeah, it's finished for them.
The final group of the Champions League: Chelsea, Juve, Zenit, Malmo.
Chelsea
in that order too.
But Chelsea finished handily top.
Juve will struggle, but they will just about scrape it. Chiesa will save them. They will just about scrape it, I think. They won't be top of the group, no chance. Chelsea will be top of the group. Juve lost Ronaldo, obviously, but with Chiesa, he's got to carry everything now, but he's all by himself. Maybe that ball might help him. Probably not. Cuadrado, nah. Juventus will be second, but they'll scrape it.
Speaking of,
It's kind of a predictable group. Have we done it? Have we done Man City thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
What do you
think
think going to finish top of that group?
I say Man City.
What do you think about the Group B?
What do you think about our group?
Atletico, Liverpool,
Your one's
Porto.
actually look more interesting now, the City one. Because their one is just City versus PSG. Leipzig are not going to do nothing. Leipzig will be third. I think that's the best little group. But yours hard, and obviously you might be top, obviously, but the second and third could easily change. Is it Milan and Leipzig?
Atletico Porto.
Exactly. You lot will first. You'll be first. I'm not going to say it's controversial because if you don't have a night, I'm saying you might be finishing third.
You'd be sick if Atletico drop to Europa League.
Yeah,
I don't see it happening, but
That'd be sick. No, actually, no. I want them to be Europa League because they'll be a team that will probably beat Man Utd because they've started play. They're not giving us any space whatsoever.
yeah, but in saying that, considering the news we just heard now, Atletico always get knocked out to a Ronaldo team. Or have always.
Oh, yeah.
exactly. It's all built.
I'm actually, this side is not, it's not something properly. I just want to see him maybe get announced properly, not the stupid announcement, maybe a proper announcement. And then him on the pitch, then I'll think
He'll show up, away at Wolves on Sunday.
Surely not, man. Hopefully he's not. Can't give his thing Wolves.
No, he has to. He's returning home.
No, he has to be Old Trafford.
Okay, Portugal.
Wait, Wolves, yeah. Wolves is basically mini Portugal.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks.
The manager's Portuguese, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
He
Portugal?
comes. If anything, his first match will be at home to Newcastle.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Which is a 3 o'clock game. Not even
Move that 5:30. Just move that 5:30. The Premier League take unsigned now we've got the franchise player. This is the superstar of the Premier League. Most South African football, please step to the side. Those two are no longer the superstars of the Premier League. There's only one. And Ronaldo steps in, he's a superstar. So I think the Premier League needs to find a way to focus everything on him. So 5:30 kickoffs. Actually, to be fair, Liverpool Chelsea. Is that this week?
No,
Yeah.
as in Liverpool Chelsea this week. The week you face Newcastle.
Oh yeah.
Is Chelsea Villa at 5:30. But you have Palace Tottenham at 12:30.
To be fair, I can't blame Premier League fixture list because nobody anticipated Ronaldo to Man Utd. If they did, they would have not had Villa at 5:30 kickoff. But yeah.
Okay, should we move on to the Premier League fixtures now for the weekend?
We get Arsenal City, yeah. We all know that's just gonna be City are gonna
let me have a little input here. I think Arsenal would make a they will score 4-1. See. I think they can score, yeah. Well, Pepe might come out of nowhere with back post man.
Yeah, you keep on going on about Pepe and he's done nothing.
72 million. Surely, maybe. I'm sorry, this could be this is for me the worst signing I've ever seen. It's comfortably the worst signing I've ever seen.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be 1-0 to City.
I went 4-0 City.
I think Arteta will give him a call.
Oh yeah.
First he'll tell Ben White to stay sick. You're still sick. You've got something wrong with you. And then he'll go to Pep and he'll say, I need a solid. Need to stay in this job just a little longer. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't want Pep to pipe him. Otherwise, the Arteta out chance will be coming. And that's just not something I want to hear. I want him to stay at the job, I think he's really building something positive for the rest of us, not for them. They deserve this.
I want to pause this. Wait, hold on a second. Sanchez is a James Harden fan because he just posted here. Scary hours. He just jinxed us. What's he doing? Remember the last time someone says scary hours? A certain bloke called Giannis dumped on him. We'll also talk about that NBA soon, but Sancho, he's really on my bad books. He's a forward right now. Can't be saying scary hours. Seeing basketball. It's so cool. Why else we do that recording? Obviously, we're actually looking at the updates and stuff. So, how's Man City? Sancho saying scary hours. What's next? Bruno saying. But anyways,
actually, quickly on Man City, right? Is this like a hall of what's it called? Hall of shame transfer window for them? They went for Grealish and they got him. Fair enough. Spent 100 million, so massively overpriced.
Exactly.
They went for Kane, flopped. Went for Ronaldo, flopped. Went for Messi, flopped. They signed that Brazilian guy, Keiki. No one even knows who he is.
Kaki.
This is shameful.
I said Kaki. Who is that?
And like, they didn't even offer any resistance. As soon as Man United got involved, they were just like, okay, here, take him. Like what?
Like you see,
was really excited for
that little brother.
I was really excited for a proper Berbatov like transfer window ending, man. They just hit themselves and pulled out.
It's typical City though, isn't it? They bottle it at the big moments.
Yeah.
They had the chance to like bully Man United. Be like, look, we took your best player. No, because they're little City still.
Exactly, they're little
tiny City.
Man. They're little boy of the City. They'll always be little City because United runs to Real Madrid, Ronaldo, Man United, and Barca, and Liverpool, Bayern. Those 5 teams, they will always be the top 5 ever, forever. They've built too much heritage. They will never be. If they do have a little decline, they'll come back up soon. But that's what I'm saying. When I'm hearing Man City will take over Manchester, it will never happen.
3 o'clock kickoffs. Quickly skim through them.
Should you say
Villa Brentford?
Villa Brentford. Villa will win 2-0.
A draw. 1-1.
I'm going 0-0.
Oh, stinker.
Brighton Everton. That should be an
Brighton Everton. Brighton's gone Everton's. Is it Brighton's?
Brighton, yeah, say the Amex.
1-1 draw.
2-1 Brighton.
Ooh, I'm going 2-1 Everton. I think they just scraped by. Newcastle Southampton.
Southampton win 2-1.
After seeing Southampton yesterday, last week, Southampton win 1-0. They'll keep a clean sheet.
I think it's going to be 1-1. I don't think anything exciting.
We've been some boring last games. Hopefully, it's not as boring as that.
Well, the next 2 are quite interesting. Norwich Leicester.
Leicester will win 3-0.
No, I said 3-0. You have to change your score now.
I can have the same scoreline if I want.
Then the remix yours. 3-3-1.
All right. 2-0.
Okay, 3-0 for Leicester.
I'm going 4-0 Leicester.
Norwich are hopeless for me. They're hopeless.
West Ham at home to Crystal Palace.
2-0 West Ham. Mikel Antonio.
3-1 West Ham.
I go 3-2 West Ham.
Ain't no way Palace scoring 2
I
goals.
don't think Palace can score 2, but let's see.
Ain't no way. With Zaha by himself.
5:30 kickoff tomorrow.
Good Lord.
Liverpool at home to Chelsea.
Oh, it's hard to predict, you know. The whole time I'm thinking, who can win this? Because and his worst thing is earlier in City's season as well. So, technically speaking, both teams are thinking there's no point to go for a draw. It's very early anyways. Anything can change. Both teams have full intensity. Liverpool come out on top 3-2.
Oh, thank you, man.
Actually, let me reverse that one. I forgot Chelsea got elite defense. They also conceded 3 goals. It's actually hard, dude. Like, it can't be high scoring. No way.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Liverpool.
I'm going 2-0 Liverpool. 2-0 Liverpool.
I'm going 2-1 Liverpool.
All right, in before Chelsea pack us.
Yeah. Because it's at Anfield. If it was at Stamford Bridge, you're not losing.
No, it's at Anfield.
Yeah, it's the Anfield tax is heavy.
Sunday, Burnley at home to Leeds.
Leeds. I'm not saying. I think classic 0-0. 12:30 kickoffs on Sundays, always 0-0s.
Yeah, I'm going 0-0.
I'm going to go Leeds pick up their first win.
Yeah, 2-1 Leeds.
2-0 Leeds.
I'm very passive with these scores this week. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be an exciting game week. Maybe I'm just like depressed because of the transfer window. It just doesn't feel like an exciting game week.
It's fine. I'm excited for me. I don't know about you. Ronaldo.
Tottenham Watford.
1-0 Tottenham. They're so boring.
1-0 Tottenham.
Yeah.
I'm going 3-0 Tottenham.
Actually, they've got Kane back.
3-0
2-0 Tottenham.
Okay, Kane's back. I'll go 2-0. No, I'm sticking with 1-0.
Yeah. So 1-0, 2-0, I say 3-0. Son.
Final match before the international break. Wolves versus Man
When's the last
United.
game?
Yeah, international break's not until
what
the
a way
11th
to
of
ring in
September.
the international break. An international game, basically.
Wolves.
United will be so boring. I'll go
Sancho
2-0
first
United.
Sancho
Comfortable.
first start, and 1-0 United. Ain't no way I'm going to score.
I'm going 2-2.
Oh my god, if that happens,
You think the Wolves can score 2 goals? Maybe.
I swear down. I'm looking to. I'm actually contemplating if I sack Oli if we draw again.
They've seemed to be United's bogey team for the past few seasons.
Even though Anthony Elanga scored against them, so it's no longer a bogey team. If Elanga scores against you, bogey teams are ending.
Yeah.
You beat them as well, 2-0, isn't it? Or was it 2-1? 2-1. We beat them 2-1 in the last game of the season. Nunes last game.
Yeah.
We played the youngsters.
But then again, there's no Jimenez though.
Oh yeah, there's no. Now it's Jimenez, isn't it?
Yeah, but again, they haven't started off the season well, but we'll see.
What did you predict for Villa?
1-1. I think I'll score for Wolves.
And Usman?
For which one?
Villa.
No.
No. Okay.
And I haven't changed the Wolves one to 1-1.
Why?
I realised I got Raul Jimenez back. He always scores. I mean, even though apparently he's not been that great, doesn't matter.
Hopefully, Traore can learn to slot the ball either side of the goalkeeper.
Oh yeah.
He needs to fix up, man. He's going to be playing. If he plays on the right, Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's had him in his pockets the last few times they played. So
Luke Shaw always has him up.
he should try to switch it to Wan-Bissaka and then just pass Wan-Bissaka the ball. He'll get the ball back easily that way. Forget trying to go past him.
Ross. Oh wow. Well, I just Bruno's tweeted agent Bruno, so I took a note. Obviously, if no one knows in the group chat, I was saying that Bruno had nothing to do with this transfer, and clearly I'm wrong because he said himself he's the agent Bruno. So I might have underestimated Bruno Fernandes. Well, that can also definitely dead the narrative that Bruno is all worried about Ronaldo about taking penalties. I don't think he cares. It's a stupid thing to say because he's midfielder. Why would he care about penalties? Like I said before, I want my strikers to take the penalties. My strikers take the penalties.
Imagine you get a penalty, and Bruno takes it, and Ronaldo walks up to him. That'd be such a funny conversation, wouldn't it?
The only way it happens is Ronaldo just gives him the ball. Like, let's say we're winning at 3-0 and he just gives him the ball.
Ronaldo needs to catch up in the Golden Boot race. You think he's giving any penalties away?
No chance. He's already had a stall to his season with this Juventus nonsense. Even though he got denied a goal, I'm still not happy about that. VAR denied him a goal. His last goal by Juventus about to be a winner. Oh, VAR stinks, man.
I personally think it's bloody hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny.
I don't really care about if him joining anybody because that was before the rumours. So I was like, goal, and then I see he's offside by his hand. But it can't be offside with your hand. But apparently the rules are hella strict, but you can't put your body should be offside.
If you're offside, you're offside. Doesn't matter which body part.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
That's why the Premier League's best league in the world.
Look, yeah, we've been dogged with so many offsides recently. Yeah, I don't care. Offside is offside now. You guys, if we can't complain when we get offside,
you like to complain. You like to complain when it's like Firmino handball thing against Tottenham. I was complaining at the time. I thought that was stupid. It was so far away from that play, and if you just about touched Firmino's hand, then it was a handball. Then I had a walk-out score.
Not doing it.
But now the new rules come in. Premier League's best league in the world.
I forget about that. Yeah, see Liverpool Chelsea. I think it'll be bare interesting.
Yeah,
because like we know how Liverpool was set up. We refuse to change, which is admirable. We know how Chelsea will probably set up in what's it called, in opposition to that. They'll probably play with a 3, really wide fullback. They'll have. I'm guessing they'll have Kante back with Jorginho and a pivot because Kante loves the game against us. And then I think they'll set up with Mount, Werner and Lukaku. Just because I think Mount's a really good pressing option. Lukaku's Lukaku. And Werner, he looked all right against us. He likes to run in behind, and against our high line, I think will be useful. But I think how Klopp uses the fullbacks will be very important.
Mm.
Because I don't think he'll play Alonso. I think he'll probably play Chilwell because you need that attacking outlet for when you come up against sides that defend deep. But against someone that's going to push you, it's better to have someone solid like Chilwell because Alonso's not the best defensively. So I think how far we push them and how much space we leave him behind will be really crucial.
Kante will be
Hopefully, our forwards, they just need to. We need one chance. If we can get one chance, they need to finish because we're not going to get 20 chances against these lot. We'll get like 10 maybe. So we actually need to pick up.
There's so many battles everywhere, like Salah versus Rudiger, Mane versus Reece, or as whatever it is, Van Dijk versus Lukaku. Like it's battles everywhere. Even with the fullbacks, with the other fullbacks, like Trent and Robertson with
and our midfield
and James.
Our midfield will be outnumbering them, but
Kante is different.
Yeah, against them, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Like against Arsenal, Xhaka and Lokonga didn't know what to do. They didn't know whether to press or whether to back off. There was always like a 60-meter gap between them. It was very confusing. So with us, we can't let Jorginho dictate the play.
And also, I think Havertz will be key because he's not going to just stick next to strikes, the defenders. He's flowing everywhere. He'll take Fabinho across the whole pitch.
That's just Fabinho players.
Yeah, I think the midfield three that we play will dictate how the game's going to go. Because we need a really strong midfield.
Yeah, if Fabinho doesn't play, I'd be very worried. But I think he'll be back. I'm praying he'll be back.
Be Fabinho, Henderson, Keita most likely.
That's a good midfield.
I'd rather we have Thiago, but then again, he's not really good fit, and I don't mind.
Midfield of the year, midfield.
Fabinho and Thiago as a two have never lost a game together, so that's why I like them. It's just that added security.
But Thiago's not playing. It's Keita, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's. I don't think he's going to international either, so I should be fine. Just stay at Liverpool and just get fit again.
Yeah, this Liverpool game, I don't know how to call it. I'm just gonna, even as Liverpool going to win because of Anfield, but I don't think each other's players care about Anfield. That's why I think it could be a really good game. Mason Mount, so we thought about him. He caused trouble in the last game. He was the one that scored a winner. So
Fabinho at centre back tax. It's all right. You know,
Virgil van Dijk ain't no downgrade, is it? So yeah, this game's gonna be so interesting. I don't know how Lukaku plays. I think Van Dijk will have the better of him, but Lukaku, he might go to Matip's side, might run behind him. Even though Matip's really good himself.
Matip's the funniest centre back, man. Lukaku will probably try body him. He's just gonna laugh at him. I love Matip so much, man.
He's not Bailly, but he upgraded version of Bailly. He's a bit more height. If Bailly was fully fit, yeah, this league will. I'm saying this Liverpool's league to lose. But we just know Matip will get crooked someone. He's the most inevitable injured player of all time. He always get injured somehow.
The sad thing with Gomez is everyone has this idea he's injury prone.
No, he's not.
All of his injuries have been impact.
Yeah.
Everyone just hits him. And it's like, damn it. Every time he gets a nice run of games. Because people forget, when we had him, like in the 18-19 season, I think they only conceded like 2 or 3 goals. Like we had that run where we hadn't conceded for like 500 minutes. Then we conceded against flipping Cardiff, man.
No, that Gomez partnership was scary, man. It was fake. Like, generally, it's just pointless going towards their side. You just go Trent or maybe if Robinson pushes too high, go around him. But other than that, he was not scoring through the middle.